Imagine standing at the base of a towering skyscraper, its pinnacle disappearing into the clouds above. Now picture that skyscraper as a living, breathing organism with millions of interconnected parts working in perfect harmony. This is the United States military, a behemoth of unparalleled complexity and scale that stands as a testament to human organization and power. The sheer size of the U.S. military's administrative structure is staggering, a labyrinthine network that spans the globe and touches every corner of American life. At its core, this structure is built upon 6 formidable pillars: the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Space Force, and Coast Guard. Each of these branches is a world unto itself, with its own unique culture, traditions, and chain of command. Let's start our journey at the very top. Picture the Oval Office, where the President of the United States sits as the Commander-in-Chief. From this single point, power flows outward like a river delta, branching and dividing into countless streams of authority. Directly beneath the President stands the Secretary of Defense, a civilian who holds the awesome responsibility of overseeing the entire Department of Defense. Now imagine a massive war room, filled with screens and bustling with activity. This is where the Joint Chiefs of Staff convene, representing each branch of the military. These high-ranking officers are the pinnacle of their respective services, having climbed the ladder of command over decades of service. Their collective wisdom and experience form the backbone of military strategy and policy. But the true marvel of the U.S. military's administrative structure lies in its sheer scale. As of September 2023, this Goliath employs a staggering 2.86 million people worldwide. That's more than the entire population of Chicago, the third largest city in the United States. Of these, 2,079,142 are military personnel, while 778,539 are civilians. This is a force larger than many countries' entire populations. Let's dive deeper into this ocean of personnel. The active duty component alone consists of nearly 1.29 million troops. These are the men and women on the front lines, ready to deploy at a moment's notice. Supporting them are 767,238 National Guard and Reserve members, citizen soldiers who balance civilian lives with military service. But numbers alone don't tell the whole story. The U.S. military is a reflection of America itself, diverse, dynamic, and ever-evolving. In the Army, for instance, 21% of soldiers are Black or African American, a proportion 50% higher than their representation in the general U.S. population. The Marine Corps stands out with the highest percentage of Hispanic or Latino members compared to the national average. Age, too, paints an interesting picture. The average age of an active duty military member across all branches is just 28.5 years old. The Marine Corps, known for its grueling physical demands, boasts the youngest average age among its ranks. Now let's zoom out and look at the global footprint of this administrative colossus. The U.S. military operates approximately 800 bases outside the United States. These outposts range from small radar stations to sprawling complexes that resemble small American cities, complete with schools, shopping centers, and their own power plants. But the true power of the U.S. military lies not just in its size, but in its structure. Imagine a vast pyramid with the President and Secretary of Defense at its apex. From there, authority flows down through a carefully constructed chain of command. The Goldwater-Nichols Act of 1986 streamlined this structure, creating a clear line of authority from the President through the Secretary of Defense to the Unified Combatant Commanders. These Unified Combatant Commands are like the major organs of the military body. They're responsible for U.S. military operations in specific regions of the world or for specialized functions. Picture a global chessboard with each of these commands overseeing a different section of the board, coordinating pieces and planning moves. Within each service branch, the hierarchy becomes even more intricate. Take the Army, for instance. It's organized into commands, component commands, field operating agencies, and direct reporting units. Each of these elements has its own internal structure, creating a fractal-like pattern of authority and responsibility that extends down to the individual soldier. The Navy and Marine Corps share a unique relationship within this structure. Both fall under the Department of the Navy, yet maintain distinct identities and chains of command. Imagine two mighty ships sailing side by side, separate yet united in purpose. The Air Force, with its focus on dominating the skies, has its own complex hierarchy. From major commands down to squadrons, each level is designed to maximize the branch's ability to project air power globally. And then there's the Space Force, the newest branch of the U.S. military. Born in 2019, it's still developing its administrative structure, but it's already tasked with the crucial mission of protecting American interests in the final frontier. The Coast Guard, while technically part of the Department of Homeland Security during peacetime, can be transferred to the Navy during wartime. This flexibility showcases the adaptability built into the U.S. military's administrative structure. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of this vast administrative machine is its ability to rapidly mobilize and adapt. In times of crisis, the entire structure can shift and realign to meet new challenges. It's like watching a massive organism evolve in real time. Consider the Special Operations Forces, the tip of the military spear. Comprising roughly 70,000 personnel, these elite units operate across branch lines, embodying the joint nature of modern warfare. Their very existence represents an evolution in military thinking, recognizing the need for highly specialized, flexible forces in an increasingly complex world. The administrative structure of the U.S. military is also a triumph of logistics. Every day, this system moves millions of people and billions of dollars worth of equipment around the globe. It's responsible for feeding, clothing, and equipping a force larger than many nations' entire populations. The scale of this operation is mind-boggling. Imagine coordinating the daily operations of a city the size of Chicago, but with that city spread across the entire planet. Yet for all its size and complexity, the U.S. military's administrative structure faces significant challenges. Recruitment has become increasingly difficult in recent years. In 2023, the military fell 41,000 people short of its recruiting goal. This shortfall is attributed to factors like a strong economy, low trust in institutions among younger generations, and a smaller pool of eligible applicants. These challenges highlight an important truth. Despite its vast size and power, the U.S. military is ultimately a human institution. It relies on the dedication, skill, and sacrifice of millions of individuals, from the newest recruit to the highest-ranking general. In conclusion, the administrative structure of the U.S. military is a marvel of human organization. It's a system that manages millions of people, coordinates global operations, and wields unparalleled military power. Yet it's also a living, breathing entity, constantly evolving to meet new challenges and adapt to a changing world. From the halls of the Pentagon to the farthest flung forward operating base, this structure binds together the largest and most powerful military force in human history. It's a testament to American ingenuity, a reflection of American society, and a crucial pillar of global security. As we step back and consider the full scope of this administrative behemoth, we're left with a sense of awe. The U.S. military structure is more than just an organizational chart. It's a complex ecosystem, a global network, and a powerful force that shapes the world we live in. Understanding its size and scope is key to comprehending not just American military power, but the very nature of global politics and security in the 21st century.